Hi Virgo, this is going to be a love and relationship reading for you using the tarot for March 2021. Let's put this at mid-March, although Virgo, the timing on these readings is fluid, like the energy of these readings. So when you find it, take it as it resonates. I often find these readings find us at the right time. This is going to be a general message for the Virgo placements. Looking at love and relationship, it might sound like the person you're dealing with is coming up in this reading now, Virgo. Or if you're single, there will be guidance in here too if you're looking for love. As well as that, it may even sound like something is coming up from the past. So let's get right into these cards now, Virgo. I'm going to show you them coming out and we can look at what is coming up for you love and relationships right now. I've been shuffling these, Virgo, so I just wanted to loosen them up, but let's go right ahead and pull some cards. If you are watching this on Instagram today, Virgo, just know that there are exclusive readings on my YouTube channel for March forecast, not just love and relationships for your sign. So this is the Sun in Virgo, actually represented in the Eight of Pentacles. So your energy coming through really strong. Let's put it all out and then we'll talk through these cards together, and I'll pull more to clarify and go a little deeper. But I will go zip through this as I'm trying to get this in 15 minutes. Let's see. A lot of wand energy coming through. Bottom of the deck, 5 of wands. I have the 8 of wands, the 10 of wands, the 7 of wands, the 4 of wands. So we're leaving a period of stagnation, Virgo, in terms of your love and relationships and going towards something that gets you a little bit more fired up. It looks like you or the person you're dealing with are really vying for, you're really vying for someone's attention right now, or vice versa. You're just, somebody's like, you really feel this. It could be work related. I'm thinking like that there's somebody in work that really has caught your eye for some. Other than that, I see for Virgos that are coupled up and potentially have children with somebody else, children with another person in their life. You guys are trying to work things out. You guys are trying to work on things, but there has been some sort of a hard sort of lesson that your relationship has had to deal with. In the Three of Swords, it talks about some sort of a painful truth that has been revealed about your love dynamic, and it has been, for some, so painful that you can't look the other way now, and whatever you've learned about in terms of your relationship, it's left a lasting impact, or like a black mark, even like just put a black mark against you guys. You almost feel you are working things through consciously, because for some of you, you have a family with this person. If it isn't a family with this person, you share really close, intimate bonds with each other. It could be like, you know, perhaps it was even childhood sweethearts. Perhaps it was somebody you were very close friends with before making a relationship official. Maybe it's just somebody from the past, and this has been a really long-standing relationship. So although for some there has been harsh words, for some it might have even been like a real loss to your self-esteem, to your security in the relationship. You maybe didn't even have any rug pulled from under you, but something happened in terms of your relationship that, well, these 5 cups, 3 of them are spilt, and you're looking kind of regretfully at that. You could have said something that was, you later regretted, or something was said to you that it really hurt, and you're still trying to come to terms with that. Yeah, you've talked things through, 8 of wands being very communicative. Yeah, you've talked things through and you're finding a way forward right now, but it seems like it's tough. It seems like the work is being put in though, so let's see, we'll clarify more. So getting over the hurdle of whatever the loss or regret of the 5 of Cups was, it's still motivating you, but ultimately your love and connection is a stronger motivator, or at least when you're more aware of and you're trying to work things out. Let's see, if we're single, Virgo, you might have had some sort of a disappointment with somebody that you worked with, or somebody that you were networking with, doing a project with. You kind of had high hopes for something, I think, to happen, to turn into something more, and they maybe had to let you down and tell you like, oh, I'm actually seeing somebody right now, or I'm not available, I'm not emotionally available for you. And you had been, I think, corresponding with this person at the very least, and I think you might feel like that correspondence abundance is about to dry up. This card is in the past position, leaving the reading. Let's move on and look into the future. So I think that could be a sense of what's been going on with the Virgo watchers right now. Five of Cups, Five of Wands. This is kind of restricting energy to me. So I do feel like there was a conversation or some sort of a back and forth that turned into a row or an argument, and one or both of you are represented here. So somebody is very much focused on the argument still, the loss, the spilled cups, the spilled emotion, the drama, the tears. The other person is kind of trying to say, look, well, we still have a lot of cups left. We still have something that we can work on. We may have children together. We may have a really important bond, like a loving past connection that is still worthy of nurturing, the other person thinks. So those energies are fluid, like everything on this reading. So you'll know who that might be talking about, Virgo. All right, so coming up, yeah, look, you're happy to put the time and effort in because you know that this is going to be something that is going to create security for you long term. You know that this person, while there may have been feelings for you, that you can't go on with this person because you don't know what way their mood is going to be. You don't know, they're very up and down. I think they're not very emotionally stable right now. So that's just providing that's kind of generating a lack of security for you, a lack of stability. The Four of Wands is very much about stability, a stable home. So for some of you, I do see that coming up for you, that you are at least going to gloss things over for now. There will be reconciliation and the home will be happy again. And if this is a single Virgo, work is still a very high possibility as to where you can meet somebody especially if I'm seeing if you work in like a hospital or a company that's really well established, say like Google. Everybody pretty much knows Google, so it's going to be like a company like that is a household name. I do see that as a possibility of a place where something could eventually flourish and grow. It's just that there is a level of lack of patience at the moment. And Virgo, if you're single and there seems to be a lot of people competing for you at the moment, or at least you feel like you have options, it seems like one of the options that you actually really care about and want to progress is moving very slowly for you, and the pace just isn't really, it's putting you off because you think it's not going to amount to something, and you just want this to grow as fast as possible. You want to see results of this connection as fast as possible. We're going to look into this card as well and clarify more. But Virgos that are in the relationship that maybe has just gone through some sort of a significant upset that you're now working things through and hoping for more stability, which I see coming up. That person that you're dealing with is just frustrated because they think to themselves, why are we here? There's no reason why we should be here. We have, you know, there's kind of like two visions on this relationship. One of you thinks that one of you is focused on the spilt cups and this is really terrible and all of those negative emotions maybe, and the other person is like, no, come on, we have something good to work with. This Page of Cups is in reverse. It could be a couple of things. This makes me think of the child you share being one of the main like one of the main factors that are keeping you guys on the pathway of working things out currently. One of the reasons, and this is could be another thing, Virgo. This talks to me about therapy, couples therapy, but you've said no to it. It's in reverse, so you have decided not to communicate in that way. If it's not therapy, but I do see that with the Eight of Pentacles, like working things out through the heart space. There's something else here. I feel like you might be shutting down and not approaching this conversation and this communication that has to happen with your person with an open heart because you've been hurt, basically. Okay, so you really want to be right in this situation with the Virgo that is coupled up or dealing with someone right now, and you kind of believe that you deserve to be standing your ground like this person here, and you know you're not going to back down on what you've been thinking and how you've been feeling about things. Ultimately, and we're going to clear this up, 10 of Wands does talk to me about outcome of this situation being quite overwhelming. It is a workload that you're about to take on. I hope you know that. But as they say, nothing in life comes easy that is worth having. It seems like something like that, like this bond, if it's important to you, if your family, well, of course your family is important to you, but if it's worth saving or if it's worth really working on, we might have to open up to a possibility of forgiveness here with this Page of Cups as soon as possible, so that the work can begin and the healing can begin, because otherwise it just seems like with this relationship you might find yourself kind of overburdened with how quickly things can not fall apart but need your assistance, and you don't want to get overburdened and overwhelmed. Let's pull a few cards to clarify then, Virgo, this situation. So 8 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, what are you working on? What are you working on? And what was this sort of painful conversation like? You could be working through betrayal for some of you. You could be just working through like a nasty kind of a conflict. It was petty to begin with, but then the words start getting really cutting and you knew where to hurt each other, I think. 8 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. Let's see what's going on with that. The Sun card. There is an opportunity for a brighter future, and the Death card. Wow, look at the contrast of these cards. And we even have like this bird imagery in the corners, the bird imagery here. Death card is all about cycles and endings and rebirth afterwards. And the Sun looks like the rebirth to me. So we do see hope restored. There's an importance here for both of you in this relationship to be your most authentic self and have the space and safety to show up as your most authentic self, not have to try and hide anything about yourself from the other person, so that it can be reborn and have that fresh start energy represented by the page that it deserves to have, Virgo. So I do see that as something in a really positive light for this working out. But for those who were shirked by somebody they worked with or had been working on something with somebody and there was a back and forth, and then suddenly they said to you like, you know, this isn't going to work out, you felt betrayed anyway. They had made enough security for you to think it was going to work out, and then suddenly it was not. This is presenting you an opportunity to see this as a blessing. The Sun card is about blessed opportunities, and the ending of this Death card, the ending of what happened potentially was just a major blessing in disguise. I'm sure it was. It may not feel like that now. One card for the past energies, 5 of Cups, 8 of Wands. The loss you feel, the conversation that took place about this ending for some. Let's see what that's about. For some, this meeting of you and the person that you're no longer dealing with, it was like a really chance meeting. It just was like fell into place. Three of Swords like we have in the middle here. This was really painful, this conversation, and the way that it ended was very painful. There was maybe betrayal involved for some, okay? And betrayal of emotions as well, like you were told something that just wasn't true and you were made believe that there was a security here. All right, let's look into this person. I feel like the 7 of Pentacles is the person you're dealing with. They're very frustrated. Some are frustrated that you're not moving towards them quickly enough, if you're maybe single. The other option I'm seeing is this, that they're just frustrated that like there was a happy home, there was a happy relationship, and why are we here again? Why are we not progressing? The Father of Swords, and then at the bottom of the deck, the Lover's card. So this person feels like you're too disciplined, you're too stern with them. They want a bit more freedom and liberation and room to grow in the relationship, okay? And that could be a level of frustration on their part. Let's finish this off by looking at the 6 of Cups, 10 of Wands. These look like what you want as the outcome is to work things out with your person, but possibly this could be an overwhelming endeavor. Or it's just going to be hard work and graft, but good things come to those who put the work in. Okay, let's see. 6 of Cups, 10 of Wands. Ten of Wands again. Okay, so that's that double down energy. This is going to be hard work, but it's going to be worth it if it's what you want. Okay, the Hanged Man. There's like going to be some sort of a suspension in time. 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is the offer of reconciliation. I think you need to do that. I know you're resisting being the one to say I'm sorry and open up and ask for forgiveness, but it seems to be what will be a good option for you, really. This 10 of Wands doubling down for me here is really that sense of like, look at this image of the 10 of Wands, just like I would be so overwhelmed if I had to even start unpacking this imagery. This is overwhelm, and sometimes we're so overwhelmed by the situation ahead of us, it just turns into a blur like this and a fuzz and dark basically. So that's what I have for you, Virgo. I do feel like this will take time to work its way out, but the love is there and the connection is there. If you're single watching, Virgo, it looks like there is some sort of a feeling of you being completely bogged down by worry about being single, while in actual fact the Hanged Man is saying that you're gaining perspective at this time and learning about yourself. So hold tight, hang there, stay where you are, and things will find its way of working itself out again at the right time. You just have to gain some perspective, and it could be some perspective about the kind of person that you want to offer you this cup and ask you out on a date. So spending time thinking about that and manifesting that, I think, Virgo. So that is going to be your love and relationship reading for mid-March. This is a general reading. All messages may not apply, but thank you for watching, and I will see you again soon, Virgo.